Well, good evening, everybody, and we welcome you ringside. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we're just about ready for action.
EA Sports presents 12 rounds of boxing.
David Hayes on his way to the ring. You can see it in his eyes. You just know he's got that feeling tonight. He's approaching the ring now, and this ring walk can tell you so much. Look at the focus on his face.
In the blue corner, an impressive record of 25 victories, including 23 knockouts and only 1 defeat. Coming out of London, David the Haymaker Hayes. His adversary, hailing out of Brooktown, the blockbuster Marciano.
All right, gentlemen, protect yourselves at all times. Let's touch them up.
Well, they've been waiting for this moment, and now they get it. Round 1 underway. David Hay still shaking after feeling that uppercut. Now, here's what I like about David Hay. He puts his punches together. Teddy, here's something that you will often point out early in a fight, and it's obvious with this guy. He cuts easy.
Yeah, he definitely does. And what he's going to have to do, there's a reason why he cuts. First of all, you know, he's got thin skin. Now he has scar tissue, so it's only more of a problem. But he gets hit too easy. You know, he's got to improve his defense. He's got to go out there and keep his hands up better, move his head a little bit more. Maybe the cuts won't happen then.
Good old-fashioned 1-2 by David Hay. Nice work. Good step back counter punch there. Look at the mess in the ring right now. David Hay's cut is just painting himself red.
Yeah, it's a good thing. At least we think that judges are not influenced by the way a fighter looks. Because if they were, no rounds are going in his favor.
Oh, he just misses with that headshot. So now there's blood coming from the mouth of David Hay, and his opponent, he may be inspired by that, motivated to get after him a little bit.
Keep your head moving.
Teddy, what advice would you give to a power puncher like we have here going up against a fighter who may not be as conditioned and as ready to go the full distance?
Well, of course, the temptation is you're a power puncher, you're going to get right to him, and he's a guy that's not going to be around later on. But don't get over anxious. Set up your power shots.
Nice work, the left hand to the head. So many times you hear of an early round where they're just feeling each other out. No way. Not these guys. Straight to action.
Well, if they can keep this up, they're both going to have headaches, but we're going to have a special one on our hands.
Able to land with the right. End of round 1. Let me paint this picture for you. You got to figure out a strategy, and your fighter's down to one eye.
Well, I hope that he read some history books, or he watched a movie named 300. You saw that movie, didn't you? Great movie about the Spartans where they were outnumbered, and they had to get the terrain right to fight the fight. They had to get into the mountains where the greater forces, the great army, could not be the great army. They could not get in there and battle where they could take advantage of their superior forces. That's what he's got to do. He's got to move the fight into a portion of the ring where he will not be vulnerable on that side.
David Hayes picking up right where he left off. Remember how he finished that last round?
Yeah, he really finished strong, really fast. And you know what? This is a thinking man's fight. I know a lot of people are going to say Teddy's just an aggressive fighter. No, he understands, and his corner understands, that his opponent only had 60 seconds to recover, and they're jumping on him, figuring that the opponent hasn't recovered.
And he's holding. Scores with the combo to the head.
We need to see some more defense.
Shook up right there moments ago. The one thing you may see out of Hay is a guy that just tries to run away from his opponent. Great work offensively, landing that combination by David Hay. Straight right was lined up, but he missed. Good shot there with that left. Scored well up top. Blocks a shot and then does nicely to work on his own. So punch after punch, he keeps taking punishment. Starting to wonder here, Teddy, how much more will he be able to take?
You want it to be the inclination of a fighter, in this case a warrior, to go on. But sometimes enough is enough, and you just have to take your losses and come back to fight another day. I believe we've gotten to that point.
David Hay gets rid of that oncoming bomb and sets off one right back at his opponent. And that's the end of round two. Listen, he's a veteran guy. He knows the truth of the situation. That's a really bad cut, the kind of cut that can end a fight.
Yeah, he has a gamble right now. You know, just got last call in the casino. They just said, you know, you got 3 more rolls of the dice. He's got to roll him. He's got to blow on him. He's got to do everything.
Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Good 1-2 by David Hay. They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. David Hay's making for a very inviting target right now. You can see the blood around that eye. The cut is obviously worse than it was just moments ago. What do you look for here out of the referee? What should he be looking for so that he knows, hey, listen, it's time to stop this fight. The cut has gotten so bad.
Well, first of all, he's looking at where the cut, where the blood is flowing from. It's above the eyes, so it's going down. It's impairing the vision. So that's going to get the referee's attention, and he's going to eventually bring the doctor up into the corner.
That was nice. He just drew the punch from his opponent, and then a good counter by David Hay.
Yeah, like running through the rain without getting wet. Beautiful.
David Hay's speed, to me, Teddy, is clearly the biggest difference we've seen so far tonight.
Yeah, but there's ways to take away speed. One is to go downstairs to the body and start to discourage the guy a little bit. You know, take some of the air out of those sails.
Smart boxing here. Good effective work with the counter punch by David Hay. Hooks to the head. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by David Hay. Well-timed, well-placed uppercut there. Lands the left after setting it up with a jab. Oh, you see him with the left to the head there? David Hay's feeling the impact of that powerful hook. David Hay's tagged by a hook. And that does it for this round.
You landed one shot, but I need to see 3, 4 punches now, all right? This fight is over. Let's finish this thing.
3 rounds in the books here, a chance to look at Teddy's scorecard. David Hay's got to find that one thing that will separate him from his opponent so far, because it's an even fight.
And I think that one thing is the jab, because on the outside, just a little bit too often, they're both playing the game a little bit like, you leave me alone, I'll leave you alone. If somebody just decides to use the jab in those dead spots, they're going to separate themselves.
Well, I don't know if he's hip to the idea of becoming a counter-puncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
Well, he must have a real bad cut inside his mouth, because there's a lot of blood now starting to come there.
Keep it up.
Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs.
I need to see some hands.
Halfway through round number 4. David Hayes cranked by an uppercut. Fine work by David Hayes. Blocks one, gives one.
Keep those hands up.
He missed with that headshot. Well-placed counter-punch by David Hayes.
Side to side.
Fires off the hook. Look at that. He had his eyes set on the uppercut, but was unable to land it.
Watch the hook. Watch the hook. Come on. Don't stay in one spot.
Super two-punch combo by David Hayes. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. I don't know, Teddy. It just feels like one of those nights, one of those fights where somebody's getting hurt, where this is not going to the judges' scorecards.
I feel like I'm in Coney Island watching one of those hot dog eating contests where somebody's going to try to eat 50 of them, 60 of them. In other words, he's not worried how he's going to feel at the end of the night.
Okay, breathe now. Deep breath, deep breath. Holy shit, you are in control of this fight, man. Don't get careless out there, right? Just keep boxing smart.
Good action here tonight. Both guys bringing their best, and both guys meeting each other stride for stride, punch for punch. Tough fight to score here as we're back underway. Left hand came after the jab. Concern right now is protecting that cut. What should he be doing defensively?
Well, right now the problem is the cut's above his eyes, so it's running into his eye a little bit. I know this is hard, but he's got to stop pouring at it. I know it's distracting, but stop pouring at it. Keep your hands in front and worry about the punches coming at you, not the blood that's flowing.
Very nice defensive guard there. Very accurate with the overhand right. Teddy, is anything going to change at this point? He keeps getting hit by right hands.
Probably not. Let's be honest, Joe. This is a habit. This is a flaw that was with him in the gym, and it's still with him now. It's not going to change.
Halfway through this round. Good right hand. That was not well targeted by David Hayes.
Come on, keep moving.
Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. That is boxing 101. A nice, crisp combination by David Hayes. David Hayes' defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. There's the old 1-2. And that's the end of round 5. 60 seconds. That's all they get. Just 60 seconds to deal with the fact that their fighter has an eye that's completely shut.
That's all they need. I mean, that's their job. Now they got to show that they can perform under those conditions.
A well-placed overhand right. David Hayes' defense is now serving him well. Nice job blocking that punch. A shooting right hand by David Hayes. David Hayes' jab can do so much there. He used it well that time. Undoubtedly, the most effective element of his entire arsenal tonight is his jab. He's so committed to fighting on the outside, and he's jabbing away beautifully.
Well, Customato used to tell me, Teddy, when you're in doubt, jab. Well, this fighter, when he's been in doubt, he's jabbed. When he's been sure of himself, he's jabbed. As you said, he's made a jab fest of this all night long.
Unable to land clean by David Haye. David Hayes so dangerous with that accuracy. A two-punch combination landing. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. David Hayes cut, and you can see blood coming from his mouth. Now, I don't know if maybe the mouthpiece caused that, but the bottom line is that he can be swallowing that, and that can take away from his wind and conditioning. Nice work with the uppercut. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. David Hayes putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination. He scored well after being hit himself.
Keep your head moving. Get in there, champ. Let's see
A little, and the night is over. That cut causes an end to the evening. A TKO victory.